Hi, this is the video for creating a base mesh to be used in Mudbox. I'm not going to talk an awful lot through this video. I'm just going to actually create the base mesh sort of as quickly as I can. What I've got so far is I've got the skeleton, which is the reference, really your reference for the anatomy. Kind of really what's important is mainly to follow the curves of the skeleton when you're actually modelling, which sort of usually means adjusting the vertices quite a lot and actually matching the skeleton. We're not going to match the muscle groups, we're just going to match the actual structure of it, as we're going to build all the muscle groups essentially in the sculpting package. So what I'll start by doing is I have the skeleton reference, so I can't select the skeleton at all, and I'll start by creating just a simple cube. What you'll need to do is jump from viewport to viewport and fill that in and make it a little bit easier. Difficult for me this because I'm working on a smaller screen than normal, so I can capture this. So you can start by essentially sort of matching the shapes of the rib cage and the back. It doesn't matter again if a few of these poke through. So you will need to jump from viewport to viewport. So if you select the face and then use your extrude tool, kind of bring it down here. Take this one to the sort of just a kind of hip area. Squeeze this in a little bit, and then press G to use the same tool again. And I'll take this down to the sort of below the hip area, where again I'll sort of reduce the actual reduce it in. Again, you just basically blocking out as rough as possible the actual torso there. Again, don't worry about the sort of width at the moment. We'll deal with that in a bit. Again, take the top face and use the extrude tool again. I'll jump into the side view for this. Use G tool again, extrude. And again, we're just creating rough shapes at the moment. I'm going to take it right to the top of the head. Again, you can find your own way for sort of to get used to doing this. I'm going to start just dragging these points out. You might want to click on X-ray so you can see the skeleton as well. Make sure you've got everything selected. Again, it doesn't have to be 100% perfect, as we can add more geometry into this later. Select the faces here, front faces, and extrude again, and once more. And go back into the vertice tool. To add another edge loop in to that point there. everything to sort of flow nicely, not too many sort of hard edges. Okay, see how it's doing. Okay. Add in another edge loop in here. And one running the full length of the body. Okay, we've got the stage here has just stopped now, and I'll start the next video. Okay, carrying on kind of where we left off. All I've done really is just tidy up this model a little bit. I inserted an edge loop down the centre and snapped it to the actual grid and deleted the other half, just to sort of tidy it up a little bit. Also brought the head in, obviously it was out here. I selected these this set of vertices and moved everything in, and then started just tweaking just to sort of follow the form of the head. Pretty easy to do, so you can kind of look through this and kind of work out sort of where the form of the head and where the neck lies. Keep checking your the X-ray view as well, so you can see. It doesn't have to be perfect; it can be a bit blocky at the moment. And we're going to sort of now start with the arm. So select these faces and we'll extrude out. And what we're trying to do is we're a little bit far. Tweak this in a little bit. I'm trying to follow the flow of the arm through to the hand, and this sort of line here from our mesh is going to follow this right through. Hopefully, takes a bit of tweaking, takes a bit of getting used to. Bring these in a bit, start even it all up a bit. Doing that. If you sort of transform from extruding, does behave a little weirdly. Don't worry too much about it. Just like the vertices, and you can kind of carry on tweaking that way. So I can kind of see how it needs rotating. So I can carry on following this line. Starts misbehaving. Get it in the rough position and try and straighten it out, so you kind of go go into the next one with like a nice clean edge if possible. Okay. Back to the faces, and I'll extrude this out. Take it right to sort of where the edge of the hand goes, and hand area just kind of need a lot of tweaking around with these just to get everything to line up well. An edge lip in here, which is to give us this area for the thumb. Okay, so I've drawn some resolution in here. Obviously it's not going anywhere at the moment, but we'll, if we so we've just deleted these edges, so we're starting to build up some resolution for our fingers. Go back in and tweak these up a bit. So we're still keeping quads at the moment, or we will be once I've done the other bit. Tidy the area up for the thumbnail. so now we're going to do the thumb area, and just going to pull these out a little bit more, just to line them up a little better. Constantly making adjustments. Also, before I just start on with a thumb, I'll just quickly mention an issue we'll have here later on. I need to delete these edges, and also make sure the verts are deleted as well. But we'll get back to that section in a second. So the same as before, just kind of drag the thumb out, rotate it just so it follows the line of the thumb. Again, we can come in and just adjust these later, and just the fine tip of the thumb there. Okay, so that's the thumb done there. What we now okay, we've sorted the thumb out now. So now we're going to add some resolution to the sort of create the rest of the area for the fingers. So I'll start by adding an edge loop in here, which probably won't have gone all the way around. So I'll add the other side into there, and go to split polygon tool. Join those two up. Okay, so at the back of the hand, I've turned the skeleton off so I can get a bit of a better view of everything, and make sure keep faces together is unchecked, and I just want to do a quick extrude and just sort of bring that in there. Okay, so now if we go to our draw tool again, split polygon tool again, so now we've got us 4 sort of faces for the our fingers. Back to the split polygon tool, just join those two up, and then we can get rid of these 2 edges here. So we're back with quads again now, we're all roughly quads. So now we just need to sort of rearrange this and just tidy it up a little bit. we can do is then just sort of start building this up here on the top of the finger area. Get a bit of a better matching for the fingers. Really, next, what you need to do is just kind of start extruding the fingers the same way we did with the thumb. Just kind of build the back of this hand up here a bit here, give it a bit of depth. Again, make sure everything flows nicely as well in the process, you're not having any sharp edges. Okay, so I'll skip the going over the fingers. Essentially, it's just really the same as the thumb. Kind of move now onto the legs next. Okay, we're done with the thumb and the hand now. We're now going to move on to the legs, but first of all, we need to add some definition in here. So we click on the edge loop tool, and we click one point there, and join on the back. Normally it would auto-complete, but because of how I have it set up, at the moment it's not auto-completing. It's just you can select exactly where you want the edge loops to be inserted. Little tip to do that is Control Shift right click. Oops, sorry, if you're in the actual tool mode, Control Shift right click and autocomplete on, autocomplete off. Okay. So connect that into the neck. Those and again, so we're keeping our quads. just snap these to the these verts to the grid. It's just behaving a little crazy. Okay, just like I did for the go back a few steps. Okay, like with the hand there, you have your areas for the toes now. Pretty much the same process for the toes as it was for the hands. If you just extrude them as you need to. So I'm just going to go in now and kind of reshape this area here. Just following the line of the clavicle there. And I'm going to some more resolution. Dividing it up to try and keep it nice and even. So once we've got to this stage, I'm going to turn the skeleton off. I'm going to add some more geometry in for the face, as it's quite a detailed area. The extra geometry around the face will come useful when sculpting that area. Okay, what I like to do then is go into your mesh, and if you go to Sculpt Geometry tool, open your option box, and you want to set it to relax. Just turn it down a little bit and hold down B. Crank up your brush size a little bit. Just like to go in and smooth the edges. can also use it to sort of pull out mass areas as well. Just to build up some areas. Again, there's no reason why you can't do this in an actual sculpting package, but nice to kind of get the mesh finished. Okay, that's about done for now. And if we again, what you need to do now there is actually join the mesh. You may need to snap to the back to the grid. But if you actually join the two meshes together, and then you can go back in and relax the mesh again. Obviously, once you've done the fingers and the toes, you can relax these areas to sort of remove the pinching area. Actually, make sure these areas are all pulled out for the chest. That's pretty much done with the base mesh. Okay. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions, please check out the Flickr group, Mudbox Introduction Workshop. There's a Q&A session for week 1, and just either email me or leave a message on the forum. Also check out the gnome on Sculpting Human Anatomy by Zach Petrock. That's pretty much where I learnt to build the base mesh myself. It does go in a little bit more detail and covers more about the anatomy of it. So if you get a chance to check that out, I don't know if they have it in the library. But thank you for watching.